one time be fun. I think my aim just begun. Another one last time.
And here he is. This battle, you can tell both. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. What a left hand. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice counter. There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Trying to land that jab. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab not finding its target. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. And there's the bell to start round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Misses with the straight left. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Crawford in trouble. Disaster averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Perfect counter shot. Misses with that uppercut. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Every time he throws a punch, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw, let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Counter shot lands. They both want the knockout. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No rest for the weary. He just misses with that jab. Jab misses. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Missing with that right hook. the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. These punches coming from every angle. He threw a punch and just got countered. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
And he scores with the counter. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. The jab doesn't quite connect. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get hold it right there. Lomachenko in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant. There's the bell for round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's bombs away. A lot of effort being exerted here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Can't find a home with that jab. The straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That counter punch caught him clean. Is he going to punch himself out, though? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. There's a counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Good counter punching. Well done with that counter shot. He misses with that straight left. That jab doesn't score. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford. Here comes round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Lomachenko is buzzed. How is this fight still continuing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny? Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They blocked the left there. Punch, counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch. Holding nothing back here in the round. He misses with that straight left. And down goes Crawford. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Lomachenko in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Lomachenko in trouble. How did they not go down?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And he scores with the counter. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Just misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. He misses with that jab. Well, you know, in this... Did you see that? Lomachenko is buzzed. A much better game plan here.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
That hook won't score. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a man.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. How are they still standing?
What?
And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
The straight right just misses. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's round 10. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They exchange punches. And he misses with that straight left. Can't score with that jab. Blocks the straight left. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Punch, counter punch. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The exchange punches. Can't land the jab there. Lomachenko in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punching. Straight right just misses. Misses with the straight left. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford. Here's the 11th. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Catch and shoot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter punch. Misses with the straight left. You believe what we are seeing. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nope, that jab not going to score. And he misses with that jab. Good counter punch. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counter punch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Lomachenko is buzzed. How did they And it's okay to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
6, 7, 8.
scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that. There's the bell for round 12. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. These guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He misses with that jab. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
That counter shot lands. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Lomachenko in trouble. Down goes Lomachenko. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.